Hello, my darlings. Today's video is all about how much I really don't like the whole expression and philosophy behind fake it till you make it. This is something, you'll have heard it, it's been bantered around for years, and what it's supposed to do is kind of give you the confidence to do something before you actually feel confident enough to do it. Okay, there's one instance when it's okay. So for example, if you know exactly what you want to do, but there's a specific reason that you're being blocked from following that goal or that dream, and you just want to take the actions first, and then you presume or hope that the behaviors would follow, in that instance, fake it till you make it work. So you decide that you're a healthy person, or you're going to lead a healthy lifestyle. You don't feel motivated to do it, so you act like you have a healthy lifestyle, and you take all the actions until you actually believe that that's the case. Okay, in that instance, it's okay. But here's what I know for sure. So I replace fake it till you make it with grow until you flow, because fake it till you make it is what it does is it creates in you this kind of thinking that you're not good enough how you are, that you're not enough, that you're lacking in some direction. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't find that terribly motivational generally. And the problem with that is, okay, if you want to grow, if you identify the woman that you want to be and you're willing to grow into her. So for example, if you take the example of, I spent my whole 30s and most of my early 40s deciding I was going to be like this fabulous woman that walked downstairs in yoga pants and, drank a shake and had lots of water every day and was this really healthy person. And, I kept saying to myself, I'm going to be this woman, I'm going to be this woman, I'm going to be this woman. And she never turned up, and I could never figure out why. And it's because I wasn't doing the work. I wasn't doing the growth work that enabled me to know that I was worth the effort, that I had all the skills and all the opportunities I needed to become this human, but I hadn't believed that I deserved that woman yet. So I had to do the mindset growth work in order to become her. Let's say, for example, that you wanted a new job. Let's say you wanted a promotion. Okay, you could fake it till you make it and walk around like, yo, I'm going to be managerial level. But what's even better is identifying the skills that you would need, the qualifications, the skills, whatever you need to get to that next level, and then training, and growing into that human, growing into that woman that would deserve the right to go up to the next level in her career, that would have earned it. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's much, for the long term and for your mindset, it's much more beneficial to say, I've earned the right, and I'm going to grow into a human that deserves all these beautiful things. I'm not saying you don't deserve them now, but do you know what I mean? You earn the right, rather than just try and fake your way through it. Because here's the other thing, is that people know when you're not being authentic, right? What I always say to my clients is, if you want some confidence in yourself, you can borrow some of mine. I'm confident in my clients. I know that when my clients have been coaching with me for a while, they are humans that are really going for it, and they're so determined, and I love all my clients, but they're amazing humans, and they're doing the work that they need to do. But if they don't have the confidence, take some of my confidence in you, borrow it, and then when you develop your own confidence, that's fine. But that's slightly different. That's because they're already in the middle of the growth. Are you with me? So the problem with faking things is exhausting. If I have to remember, so let's say, for example, that I'm at work. Luckily, this is what I do for a living, but as a life coach. But let's say that I'm at work and I'm acting like I have all my stuff together, and I deserve to be made senior partner in a law firm, and I'm so busy taking on this role, but I don't really feel confident in it. But I'm going to act all the time like I've got all my stuff together, and I'm really determined. I have to remember how that woman behaves in every single situation. So, because I'm not actually that woman, I'm just pretending to be. It's exhausting to remember how that woman thinks, how that woman behaves, how that woman reacts. And people smell that I'm not being authentic. People know, when someone's being fake. So, but they don't know why you're being fake. They don't know that you're being fake because you're trying to improve yourself. They don't know that you're being fake because you're trying to have more confidence than you naturally feel. They just know that they just can sense in their guts and their intuition that you're being fake. So that doesn't help you in the long term either. And I don't ever want you to feel like you're not good enough. I don't want you to go around thinking that you have to fake things because you're not okay where you are. There's a difference between saying I'm not good enough and saying I still need to grow. I still need another skill set. I still need to develop myself further. That's a very different thing, because one is in transition, one is in a growth transition, and one is kind of like, I'm just not good enough, which kind of criticizes self too much. So the last thing I would say on this subject is, if you're so busy as well faking it till you make it, you're really busy in your own head. Does that make sense? So you've got a lot going on in your own head if you're faking it till you make it. Now, what does that mean? That means that you don't have time for other people. So if you're in let's say in a business meeting or a networking event, and you're busy faking it because you don't feel the confidence, you're really in your head, and you're trying really, really hard. So you don't have time to be actively listening to other people. Now, that means they're not going to connect with you. That means that you're not going to come across as a people person. You're not going to come across as somebody that's genuinely interested in somebody else. And that really doesn't work, especially in business, especially in networking. It doesn't work if people think that you're only interested in you and you're coming across as really, really one-sided. It's not a good feeling for the other person, because what happens to them is they feel that they're undervalued or they're not listened to. So it doesn't do you any favors. So, honestly, grow until you flow. If there's something that you want to achieve, if there's something that's on your goal list, and you don't feel like you've got all the things that you need just yet, think about what skill sets you need. Think about who is that woman? Who is that woman who has earned the right for this beautiful thing that you want? Okay? What does she want in her life? And if you figure out what you want, is on your goal list, and you have to figure out, if you're this amazing woman, what do you have in your life? And it could be having in terms of relationships, or having in terms of material possessions, or what do you have in your life? And in order to have those things, what do you need to do? So what is it that's needed in order to have those things, in order to be that woman? Are you with me? And if you know what you need to do you have all the skill set or not yet? And if you don't, there's your growth. That's what you need to do to get to the point where you can do the things you need to do to have the things that you want in order to be the woman that you want. You with me? I'm going to be launching a beautiful life vision board that's all about this subject soon. So it's not launched yet. I'm recording this in August 2020. It's not launched yet. If you want some information on it, just email me at kate@kategrosvenor.com or comment below on this video. And find me on Facebook. I have a really thriving, beautiful life coaching group. And if you want to watch some of my other videos, I'd so love it if you subscribe to this channel. And you can go over to www.kategrosvenor.com as well, where you will find my blogs and more of my videos. All right, thanks so much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.